Hello and welcome to eaw-online, the UK's first ever online magazine for sport and leisure. Today we're going to show you how to upload an editorial contribution or an advertisement. So we start here with the main homepage, which is eaw-online.net, which is your registration page if you haven't subscribed, which is click here to subscribe, which will take you through the registration process. Or if you've already subscribed to eaw Online, you are an existing reader, you can log in using your email and password. So for today we have got our email and we'll put our password in here to enter your main account screen. This is the main account screen by highlighting over my accounts, which shows you 6 boxes. The top 2 boxes are self-explanatory: how to place a free advert, how to place a free news story. Before we go into that, what I'd like to do is show you how to edit your profile. So if we click on edit profile, you'll have 3 steps here with your email, first name, last name, and on your details. This would already have been filled out on your registration process, so we'll move quickly on to step 2. Now step 2, as a reader and user, this is the page that allows you to use the slider button to move up and down to your mile radius of the content that you wish to read on your own individual magazine each Tuesday morning. Along here are the sections of eaw Online, and for the purpose of today we are going to click all the sections and we're going to keep them at 15 miles. But hypothetically, if you didn't want to read about Fan Zone, you unclick Sports Fan Zone and you will not be able to read that when your magazine is formulated each Tuesday morning. So that's your categories of interest and your slider button. Activate everything and we move to the next step. This next step is simply a profile on you as a reader. You can upload your photo, your company name or your name, or your address, and then a blog about yourself. You must tick this box to confirm that all the images you post in the magazine are free from copyright restriction, i.e. you've got permission from the photographer to use them. So you must click that. And then we go to update, and that basically updates your profile has been successfully updated. This is very personalised to you, so my name is Mark, so it's hello Mark to read your weekly magazine, click here. But we're now going to show you how to upload an editorial and to see how easy it is. So to place a free news story, we click on the place a free news story button and you will see a set of categories 1 to 5, which is very self-explanatory. Always use the next or back button here where the arrow's showing. Do not go and press back here or you'll lose your content. So always try to keep the next button and the back button here. So select a category. At eaw Online we've selected a generic amount of categories that we feel would be suitable for the UK's marketplace, from sports outdoors to sports indoors all the way down to performing arts. So for the purpose of today we're going to go to sports outdoors. This now brings up a series of templates, all for editorial purposes. You can click on any template that you wish to use. If you hover over the template, it will show you exactly how many characters available in the headline, the dimensions of the images, which are based in pixels, so small JPEG files would work here, and how many characters in each text area. So for the purpose of today's demonstration, we're going to click this template, which is a nice editorial page template, and we click next. This now gives you some boxes where you can actually highlight your text. Up to 40 characters, so we're going to use Southgate Hockey Club as a demonstration. So we type in Southgate Hockey Club, enjoy recent success. 42 characters, slightly more than we want, so we'll take that back and we'll put Southgate Hockey Club enjoy success. So up to 40 characters, and that's 35. Now to type in your text, you can obviously type away quite happily on your keyboard. What we've actually got today is we've already written the Southgate Hockey text, and we're just going to simply go to our Word document, copy and paste into the system. It will show you that's 552 characters and up to 700 characters can be used. And on the bottom one, 1,000 characters. So we go back to our pre-written and pre-spell checked write-up that most clubs would do and most contributors will do beforehand. Again, we copy and we go into the system and we paste in. So you have 909 characters, which is well under the characters that you're allowed. You can scroll down the page if you want to check what it looks like at the moment. This box here, if you just click it, it will generate exactly at the moment what this looks like. So at the moment, Southgate Hockey Club enjoy success. We haven't put an image in yet, but we can see that there's a gap in there on the paragraph settings. So we close that down, go back into here, find that paragraph setting, move that up, and then we see whether that's closed up. And as you can see, that's closed up pretty nicely. The editorial content are solely for editorials and not to be used for advertisements. And you'll see later the tick button box that allows you to agree that you're uploading editorials and not adverts. So that's the text. So we go to next now to upload our image. We can put a caption for the image. Again, I'll go back to my pre-written text and we'll just highlight the caption of the text, copy, and we'll paste that in here. And that basically up to 100 characters makes that caption for the photo clear. You can browse your own system. We're going to use Southgate Hockey, as you can see, and we've already generated a JPEG file of one of the Southgate Hockey players. We then browse, make sure that photo's in there. We then upload. Now the system will upload the JPEGs. Only JPEGs are allowed on eaw-online for convenience. So it will upload your JPEG to the system, and it will now ask you for a cropping area. So if you wanted to crop just the face, you can. If you want to cancel that and bring in a couple of the players, then we'll crop that here, and we just crop the image. That will then crop the image into your article. Again, you can check the article by pressing there, and now you can see that your article is almost complete. It will say clearly EAW Sports Outdoors Southgate Hockey Club enjoy success. This is the point of time where you must read through your article and ensure that once you've set this on the system that you've checked it for spelling and grammar, because once you agree and submit this article you cannot go back. The eaw-online editorial team will be checking all the articles at some point, so if the grammar is particularly bad or if there are spelling mistakes, we will highlight that for you and send you an email before the deadline. So please check your spelling and your grammar is correct. Remember that eaw-online is something that you control as a reader and a user. So we've generated our article, we then go to next. This is the page that shows you exactly where your article will be viewed from all the readers on eaw-online. Very simple. Every editorial will show up on a 20-mile radius, which is 1.1256.64 square miles. Currently there's 20 readers in this area because this is a brand new launch, and hopefully we'll be building that as we go along. So this will show you an area that your editorial will be in. Southgate Hockey Club is just by the E of N field here, so a vast amount of area that article will be read from. You then click complete, which your contribution will be published for 1 week from the 7th of the 2nd, which is our launch date next week. If this has expired, it's our launch date, and then you click next. At the moment this is all free of charge, so we click next. Your contribution will be published from the date that you the next magazine date on that week. This is the important part. Your contribution will be circulated to a radius of 20 miles from my area, which is Broxbourne, completely free of charge. This is only for editorial submission. Any advertisements placed here will be invoiced, so tick here to accept. So we haven't placed an advertisement with Southgate Hockey Club. There's no telephone numbers in there that will formulate an advertisement. It's simply an editorial content. I click that box and now I submit that this is a bona fide. I can double check by preview that contribution again. If I've spelt anything wrong, I can go back there. But once I press submit here, then basically it goes into the magazine for the next weeks. So we're actually going to submit that now, and it should go into the magazine. Everybody that registers will get an email and a text message telling them that their contribution has been successfully updated. You will also get confirmation that the magazine is ready to read every Tuesday morning. So let's go back to the account and quickly show you how to place an advert, which is slightly different. So we go into place an advert. Similar pages, we're going to put sports outdoor. All the templates for the advertisements are clearly laid here. These are ones for offers, so if you're selling any sports equipment or anything that you can sell, then you can basically make an offer here. If you want to sell an advertisement with an editorial, like an advertorial, you can use this template, again with this template, but mostly we'll be uploading page adverts which are A5 size on those dimensions. So we're going to click this for this purpose. We're going to go to next. The headline, this headline will not appear in the magazine, and I'm actually going to use friends that I know at Cheshunt Rugby Club. And then we go to next. Now this is very clear because we can actually put in the website of your business. So when you're placing an advert, you can have a website. We go down to Cheshunt Rugby Club and we can browse the system and we can find adverts. And we can go to Cheshunt Rugby Club and find their advert. So we found Cheshunt Rugby Club advert, which is a JPEG again, and we open that up and we upload it. This will upload the advertisement from your files from your hard drive. Again, we go back into here and we crop the image to how you want. This is all A5 sizes. The dimensions of the size are clearly made clear at the top of the page, and we crop the image accordingly. And now that becomes the advertisement that will appear in or on the online magazine. For the purposes of clubs or businesses that haven't got the facility of designing their own adverts, eaw-online do offer an advertisement service. We have our own design studio, and if you like to get in touch with us via how it works or contact us here, we would be happy to oblige to design your advert for a fixed fee. But for the purpose of Cheshunt Rugby Club that we've designed already, we go to next. This is the slider button again. Now for a 1 mile radius of Cheshunt Rugby Club, they will have this advertisement, and this is the benefit of eaw-online, is to have this as a free advertisement around a 3.14 square mile area. So Cheshunt Rugby Club actually is where the arrow is there, or the pin, and around this area it's completely free of charge for Cheshunt Rugby Club to advertise. Hypothetically, if they wanted to reach an audience that's slightly farther away, they can use their slider button, and we'll put 4 miles. That will then bring the cost per week to just £12. So unlike most conventional media, in the press media, the cost of £12 for a weekly advertisement in an online magazine is quite cost effective. If you go to the full scale of 10 miles, this becomes £36 a week, but it actually covers, when the map works, right the way up to the top end of Ware for this instance, and right down into central London. So if Cheshunt Rugby Club or any business are looking at attracting customers further afield, then use the slider button to connect with us and on your right costing. 20 mile radius, this will give you again a 20 mile radius with a cost of 50, and so on. So for this demonstration, we're actually just going to use the mile radius, which is a free of charge service. We press next. We can then work out which weeks we would like this advertisement to appear. For the purpose of Cheshunt Rugby Club, we're going to go for 2 weeks, and it starts on the date of our launch date, which is the 7th of February. We then press next, and it will say your contribution will be published from the launch date to the 20th. We can preview the contribution again, Cheshunt Rugby Club, to make sure that there's no spelling mistakes, and then once you press your submit button, it will make your submission go straight through to the following week's advertisements and into the online magazine. So that's how to upload an editorial and an advertisement onto eaw-online.